Hey everyone, welcome back to Fortis Capital Partners. Most people are taught to chase quick wins, buy low, sell high, time the market, get rich fast. But wealthy families, especially those with generational wealth, operate very differently. They think in cycles, not days, not quarters. Cycles. They understand that the economy moves up and down. They plan for the winter before it arrives. And when markets dip, they don't panic. They prepare, wait, and act with intention. This long-term mindset is common in cultures that have weathered financial instability for generations, including Jewish communities, where economic resilience isn't just practical, it's cultural. In today's video, I'll break down how that cycle-based mindset works, and how you can start applying it today to build lasting, stable wealth. Let's be honest, the world we live in today promotes instant gratification. Social media tells us that if you're not winning fast, you're falling behind. Investing advice often sounds like hype. This coin is going to the moon. Flip this property in 90 days. Double your money in 6 months. But here's what most people don't realize. The faster the win, the higher the risk, and the shorter the lifespan of that wealth. Short-term thinking leads to emotional investing. Buying when the market is hot because of FOMO. Selling in panic when prices dip, over-leveraging without planning for downturns. This is why so many people experience boom and bust cycles, not just in the market, but in their own finances. Because their strategy isn't rooted in long-term sustainability, it's rooted in emotion. Now let's contrast that with how wealthy families, especially those shaped by centuries of resilience, think. They know recessions are inevitable. They know booms don't last forever. And they structure their finances not to avoid risk, but to survive it and thrive from it. In Jewish communities, this mindset comes from lived history. Periods of prosperity were often followed by hardship, so families learned to prepare during the good times and preserve during the bad. This shows up in a few key ways. They keep reserves. Cash isn't just for emergencies, it's for opportunities. They stay consistent. They don't try to time the top or bottom. They invest regularly and stay in the game. They diversify. Wealth isn't tied to one asset. It's spread across property, businesses, stocks, and even education. They act with patience. They're not reacting to today's headlines. They're looking at 10-year trends. Wealth isn't built on predicting the market. It's built on understanding its patterns and staying committed through the ups and downs. To most people, risk means losing money. But to wealthy thinkers, risk is something you manage, not something you avoid. They approach risk with structure. Instead of avoiding downturns, they anticipate them and keep dry powder, cash, or low-risk holdings. Instead of putting everything into one hot stock, they spread exposure across long-term assets. Instead of selling in fear, they buy during discounts because they know down markets are where real wealth is made. In fact, some of the biggest fortunes were built during recessions and because only a small group of people are prepared when the cycle turns. And here's the key. They don't fear risk because they know their time horizon is long enough to recover. When you're thinking in cycles, you don't need every move to be perfect. You just need your overall direction to be strategic, disciplined, and consistent. So how can you start thinking in cycles, not quick wins? Start with these 4 mindset shifts. 1. Build liquidity before you build leverage. Don't rush into investing everything you have. Keep reserves. Liquidity gives you peace of mind, confidence, and opportunities. 2. Commit to regular investing, not reactive investing. Dollar cost averaging, long-term property holding, and business reinvestment all work better than guessing the top. 3. Ask long-term questions. Before you make a financial decision, ask, will this help me 10 years from now? Would I be proud to pass this down to my kids? 4. Accept that downturns are part of the game. Don't treat them as failures. Treat them as the normal winter in an economic year. Plan for them and use them. The economy moves in cycles. Always has, always will. And the people who build real wealth, the kind that lasts for generations, are the ones who respect the cycle, not resist it. They plan for it. They prepare for it. And most importantly, they stay in the game long enough to benefit from the next wave. That's how wealthy families build legacies. That's how Jewish communities and other long-standing wealth builders have preserved stability for generations. And it's a mindset you can adopt starting right now. If this gave you a fresh perspective, like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about how this ties into property and generational wealth, check out my video on why owning property is a pillar of financial success. Until next time, stay patient, stay focused, and think long-term. Be part of the Fortis community and where we turn financial knowledge into everyday confidence. Need guidance on your financial journey? Reach out to us anytime at finance@fortiscapital.com.au.